when we started AffirmedRx as a public benefit corporation, it was really with the mission of doing as much good for as many people as possible and having that full level of transparency. We're to the point where we could credential our clients directly into the adjudication system, and of course, blocking any HIPAA that they are not, privy to, allow them to see all the claims, what's getting paid, then they know exactly what they should be paying, all of the manufacturer revenue, everything is in one place. So it makes it very transparent. And then we also came to the market, again, not liking the typical industry standard where PBMs make a percentage of their profit against the revenue. So then if they know they're making a 10% margin, do they want to put a high cost, call it $5,000 drug on their formulary, or a lower cost $50 drug on their formulary? Well, so that percentage drives bad behaviors in our opinion. We didn't want that same level of conflict, so we make a per script admin fee. So we get paid a dollar amount per admin fee. We have no other fees. We don't charge anything else. So clients know exactly what they're paying us. And then again, I don't have that conflict. If the $5,000 drug is clinically what the patient needs, we'll approve it. But probably more often than not, that lower cost $50 drug is going to work just as good. And again, my finances never change. So we've tried to come to the market to say, if PBMs were run in a way that align their interest with that of their client and its members, what should it do? And that's where we think, CAA and these other regulations, as they continue to get talked about, are really just making the industry do the right thing. And we were built from scratch to do that. I would say the biggest ways that were different than even traditional PBMs, but frankly, some of the other, depending on whether you want to say transparent PBMs, which there's a degree of transparency, or next gen, there's, I think, a couple terminologies going around right now, is we have taken a very specific stance to be a public benefit corporation. So what that means is myself as an officer of the company and a board member, if I worked at a C Corp or a publicly traded company, I have a fiduciary responsibility to do nothing but maximize shareholder value. Your job is to make as much money as possible. Part of our contention is that's why healthcare is broken, is because the executives and the board are doing what they're supposed to do and make as much profit as possible, but then that drives up costs for everybody else downstream. So as a public benefit corporation, we also have to do the most good for the most people, and that drives our decision-making differently. When you really look at us compared to other newer PBMs, many of them have taken hundreds of millions of dollars of private equity money. I've come out of multiple private equity-backed companies in my history, and I know private equity doesn't give you hundreds of millions of dollars to say, here, enjoy my money, I'll come back in 4 years and see how it's going, right? Like, there's a very specific purpose to that investment. And again, we're trying to maintain a level of purity where we're always aligned to doing the right thing by our clients. So, the public benefit corporation and the investment strategy matters. But then as we really look at vertical and horizontal integration, that is creating more chaos, let's be honest. And in chaos, there is profit, which is why I think we got to this point. We've taken the stance we'll never own our own fulfillment pharmacies. So I'll never have my own mail and specialty pharmacy, because at that point, when the PBM gets to decide what it pays itself, bad things happen. When the PBM gets to decide which manufactured products that they're going to put on formulary, knowing that there's a entity under common ownership with said PBM, that manufacturer will probably get preferred status on formularies and other things. So we really look at horizontal and vertical integration as failed. It was an experiment that started really in 2018 to drive down costs. And since 2018, costs have gone up and quality's gone down. This is not working for us. So let's get to a point where we're removing conflict from every step of the health care supply chain that we can, and let's then hold value to each of those steps uniquely. So again, we won't have the vertical horizontal integration either, where we've got conflict to make bad business decisions based off of other entities that are under common ownership.